Antarctica in summer. After months of darkness, finally the sun reappears. On many islands in the South Pole, the snow and ice begin to recede. For animals, they know they must use these light-filled days. The short Antarctic summer bustles with life. South Georgia is one of the sub-Antarctic islands. It lies around 2,000 kilometers east of the South American continent. Mountains, snow and ice dominate the landscape. At 2,934 meters, Mount Paget is its highest peak. All around the island, more than 160 glaciers flow into the sea. But the coast is ice-free almost year-round. King penguins are the most imposing residents of South Georgia. In spring, they gather in the island's bays. The males usually arrive first, looking for their traditional breeding spots. They have to return to the water to forage. They do this in groups so they can better evade predators. King penguins hunt mainly fish and squid. After some 150 dives a day, they need to rest up on the beach. The narrow, ice-free beaches between the glaciers and the sea give shelter from wind and weather, not just for penguins, but also for seals. A couple of weeks after the males, the female penguins follow and seek out their partner. Not an easy job. There are up to 40,000 birds living here. They have an unusual delayed breeding cycle of around 14 months. This means that a colony will contain year-old chicks as well as adults that are only just starting to look for a partner. But the beach doesn't only belong to them. In the summer, South Georgia's beaches are jam-packed. An elephant seal colony is blocking the way from the breeding ground to the sea. Only the adult males sport the prominent eponymous trunk. These giants can weigh up to 4 tons. Young males don't have much to show in the nose department yet. It takes about 8 years for an olfactory organ to reach a really impressive size. They learn how to fight early on. And the young elephant seals don't hold back either. Strength, aggression and tactics are all decisive factors in the fight for females and territory. Early practice leads to later victories. His huge trunk and fighting ability have earned him respect. A threatening gesture is often enough. His youthful rival can still only dream of future conquests. It's good to relax surrounded by the family. Oh well, wailing babies are also part of it. Baby seals need plenty of milk so they can grow quickly. There isn't much time for having fun. Young elephant seals must be able to fend for themselves at just 4 weeks. Life still seems carefree. By the time they leave the island, the young seals will have quadrupled their birth weight to around 150 kilograms. Antarctic fur seals also spend the summer on South Georgia. The rainy weather doesn't bother them. They spend most of their time in the water anyway. On land, it's all about reproduction. There's often bitter fighting over females and territory. Penguins and fur seals mostly avoid one another. Sometimes, though, curiosity wins out. They eye each other warily. And then continue on their way. Late November is when baby fur seals are born. The little ones are often left alone for days while their mothers are off hunting for food. Mothers only come ashore briefly to nurse their pups. Fur seal pups get used to being alone. And they keep each other busy. Now and then there are quarrels, but the worst of the bull seal fights are over and territories are now staked out. Fur seals, elephant seals, penguins or seabirds, they all find a place in the protected bays of South Georgia. Further south, in Antarctica, only 2% of the continent is ice-free, even in summer. Most of this area is in the Antarctic Peninsula. The open, nutrient-rich water attracts birds and other marine life to the area. Adelie penguins are the most common Antarctic penguin species and are found all over the continent. They're surprisingly good walkers on land. Around 2.5 kilometers an hour is quite a pace for their little webbed feet. They often have to walk a long way to reach their hunting grounds in the sea. Distances of 50 kilometers are not uncommon. Adelie penguins only come ashore to the mainland to mate. The rest of the time, they live on pack ice in the sea. On land, they form breeding colonies, several thousand birds strong. During the breeding period, the females hunt while the males take care of the eggs. Like all penguins, they seem quite clumsy on land. Their streamlined bodies are best suited to life in the water. They feed mostly on krill, tiny crustaceans found in abundance in the Polar Sea. This is why they breed in their millions here on the icy southern continent. In summer, temperatures in the otherwise frosty Antarctic peninsula can climb above freezing, melting the ice and creating bizarre formations. Sometimes a gigantic table iceberg gets stranded near the coast. It can be stuck for years until it melts enough to be able to continue its erratic odyssey. It's hard to believe that this snowy, icy world could sustain any life at all. But in fact, it's one of the biggest nurseries in the world. This is where emperor penguins raise their young. A risky breeding strategy, but one that generally pays off. They have few natural enemies in the ice desert, and their young can grow up in relative safety. But like other chicks, they're always hungry. So their parents have to transport masses of food. The Antarctic summer is the best time for this. The days are long, and their trek to the open water gets shorter as the pack ice melts. The fishing forays that would take months in the winter now take only a day or so. Tirelessly, the adults tramp back and forth between the colony and the sea. The sea is teeming with fish, squid and krill, so the adult birds always bring back plenty of food for their chicks. There are over 40 colonies in the Antarctic that the emperor penguins return to each year. The chicks are always looked after by both parents. It's almost impossible for one parent alone to transport enough food to raise a young chick. At minus 20 degrees centigrade, it gets too warm for the penguins. The colony spreads out over a larger area. Scattered groups form. Each family seeks out a cool spot. Towards evening, most penguins make their way back to the colony. There, they will spend the short Antarctic summer nights in the safety of their family. Antarctica, a fascinating world of snow and ice. A world of magical light, full of life few people have access to this icy continent at the end of the world. For emperor penguins, Antarctica is the perfect habitat. This is their refuge and their home.